Well, proceedings in the Sindiso Magaqa murder trial, we're going back to this story now, have adjourned until tomorrow. That's to allow psychiatric evaluation of accused number 3. Let's get you more on this. Bring in our reporter Ziyanda Ngcobo in KZN. Ziyanda, tell us more about the mental health of this suspect who now has to be assessed.
Yeah, Tembegile. So Advocate Shane Matthews basically telling the court that his client, Mlungisi Ngalana, who's accused number 3 in this matter, may not be able to follow the trial's proceedings due to his mental health. Earlier on, proceedings adjourned for an hour to allow then for the state to be able to track down and find a psychiatrist to be able to also assess accused number 3. Shane Matthews earlier on also offering perhaps then to put the father of Mlungisi Ngalane on the stand to testify about his son's mental health. So proceedings have adjourned until tomorrow to allow for this psychiatric evaluation that's going to be taking place at Fort Napier later on this afternoon. The father and the brother of Mlungisi Ngalane will also be there for that evaluation, where they'll too be assessed and interviewed by the psychiatrist, and then hopefully then tomorrow the trial will get underway. But for the family's reaction then for this delay is Newzroom Afrika, the family spokesperson. Mr. Magaqa, how are you feeling about the fact that this trial didn't get underway and that the first witness was not called to the stand?
This disturbs a lot, just because we were hoping that today the trial is going to take place until we find the closure of it. As a family, we are not very much happy about the statement that we had from the court, stating that the third suspect is not fit mentally. Now, he cannot stand to... Yes.
One of the things that has been said by others, like Jabulile Msiya, who was there when your brother was shot, as well as Thabiso Zulu, his friend, is that they believe that the senior political figures who may have been the masterminds are yet to be arrested. Is this also the sentiment of the family?
Yes, this is the sentiment of the family, just because these 3 accused do not know Sindiso. Secondly, in order that the family can be happy, the mastermind must be brought up in order to know as a family why Sindiso was killed.
Do you have an idea, I mean, after all these years, what you believe to have been the motive behind Magaqa's killing?
No, the motive about Magaqa's killing was that he raised an issue of mismanagement of funds at the Ngcobo town hall. That's what the reason we do not have Sindiso right now at home.
And what does justice look like for you as a family?
It's very much painful, more especially for Sindiso's mother. She was here today and she was crying, just because this delay of this case makes her not to be happy at all.
All right, there you have it, Tembegile. That's Newzroom Afrika. He speaks on behalf of the family, and as he's just mentioned, Sindiso Magaqa's mother in court today, not a very happy mother, I must say, and the pain, Tembegile, is still raw and fresh from Magaqa's mother, even all these years later. It's 5 years later, but it's still as if, you know, he passed away on the 4th of September now, the way in which she was communicating with me, barely even having words to communicate actually when I spoke to her in court today. So tomorrow hopefully we'll get the outcomes of that psychiatric evaluation and what it means then for the start of this trial.
Well, thank you very much for that, Ziyanda, reporting on the trial of the man accused of killing Sindiso Magaqa.